Hello viewers and welcome to part 32 of the Clueless Cat Does Final Fantasy XIV story playthrough as per requested by Twitch viewers. More bad Monotalk dialogue incoming now, where we left off trying to lay the smackdown on Xenos round 2. This is far enough. Let us discuss our plan of attack. The time between the seconds. Ygritte has made her choice, and so have you. Xenos' itinerary is as follows. He will depart Doma Castle by ship and approach the Moon Gates. The Magitech field will be deactivated briefly, allowing his vessel to pass. It will then continue on to these very docks where he and his entourage will disembark. As you can see, this area is not ideal for an ambush. Wide open, multiple avenues of escape. The manor is better suited to our needs. Let us split up and search for suitable hiding places. Well, not near the birds that want to kill me. Surrounded by walls and deserted, this location appears to be ideal for concealment. Na, kick my butt, Xenos. Ah, there you are. From the roof we would have a clear view of the docks. It is settled. We shall lie in wait here until Xenos arrives. As discussed, if all goes to plan, he shall fall with my first blow. No, he's not. If not, then the two of us will have to engage him in open combat. Yeah, we will. His escort is of no consequence, which means that we will have a 2-to-1 advantage. Nevertheless, he is not to be underestimated. Solo duty. All that remains is to wait. I trust you are ready? Okay. He's still gonna kick our butts, though. I like we're just standing on the roof, no crouching or anything, no actually trying to hide.
He comes.
It's kind of funny he has an entourage. He could probably kill his entire entourage in like one swing.
The village is not far, my lord. If it please you, we shall escort you there directly.
Less a province than a graveyard. The rotting husk of a broken nation devoid of proper sport. But as his radiance wishes...
Yes, of course, my lord. And may I say how terribly sorry we are that you had to come so far.
We labored long to sow the seeds of hatred, of fear, to train them as beasts. Now we shall see the harvest. Let there be savage beasts baying for blood, and not hollow-eyed prey cowering in the dark, or there will be no joy in this hunt.
shinobi? And me without my brute.
How weak you are. Is this the sum of your hate?
This is only the beginning. For Lord Kayed! For Doma!
Poke.
Mayhap I shall test this new blade of yours. Let us hope it is to my liking, lest your misfortunes compound. Then again, I am loath to expend such effort on the unworthy. Come, earn the honor.
Xenos, yea, Agalvis, you will die by my hand. First you killed my men, you can do that, can you know? What are you doing, you fools? There are only 2 of them. So, just like the last Xenos encounter, this is a game of stay out of his AoEs, and when you find little glowing purple clouds, stay away from those too. Very well, I suppose you have earned this. This is not a game, you twisted, arrogant bastard.
This day you die! Leave this to me.
All right.
Gah. Well done, beast. You have earned the right to look on the no Habaraki.
Put you to proof.
What is this? Kami forefend.
No, I must fight on. I must.
No, I can still fight. I can still. No, you're gonna get your butt
Beast,
kicked.
run. Give me something to remember.
I was thinking he was going down a little too quick. I forgot this wasn't even his final form.
Run, beast, run.
Don't stop now.
You are better than most, I'll grant you that, but not good enough. This ends now.
Ah, I remember you. Al Amigo, the champion of the savages.
Look ye where the sun doth rise, see crimson embers darkening skies. Look ye where the sun doth fall, see azure lost amidst the squall.
Oh, how right I was to spare your life. Hear me, hero. Endure. Survive. Live. For the rush of blood. For the time between the seconds. Live. For the sole pleasure left to me in this empty, ephemeral world. Live! You are not worthy.
Get away from them, you imperial dog!
No, don't. You must flee.
We're not going anywhere, do you hear me? We're not running away! What you're doing is stupid and reckless, and I never wanted any part of it, but here we are! I've spent my whole life hating myself. For every time they made me beg, for every time I held my tongue to protect the people I love. And then you came along and reminded me of all the things I never said and never did, and it was even worse. I would have given anything to forget, to walk away, but I knew I'd never be able to live with the guilt. So we came, all of us, for you, for ourselves, for Doma!
Death is death, regardless of the reason. Yet you seem determined to die, intruding upon this sacred ground, turning weapons you can scarcely wield upon me. Your lives will not even begin to redress the balance.
How wrong you are! Go, now! Gusetsu, see to Yugiri!
Aye!
I can't see a damn thing! Someone stop them! My lord?
He's happy because he met me, and now he wants to kick my ass. I don't think we were followed. Gods, I have no idea what was going through that man's head, but I am heartily glad he decided to leave. Oh, and don't thank us. Thank Alphino. He's at the House of the Fierce, patiently awaiting your gratitude. You should have seen the way he turned pale when he heard about Yugiri's plan and how you, of all people, had decided to help her. He was in such a panic, barking orders, calling for a squadron to be assembled. As were you. I was rather composed, as I recall, though that is neither here nor there. All the little angels. Izzy is beside himself with emotion. Can you believe it? We faced the Crown Prince himself and lived to tell the tale. You've no idea what this means for us. Everyone's talking about getting more weapons and armor and we're not going to stop until we've taken back our homeland. Ah, right. Getting a bit ahead of ourselves, aren't we? We've got wounded to tend to first. We should get back to the village. And I shall teleport me either. How are you feeling? After fighting that demon, I can only imagine. I suppose I ought to apologize to you for, you know. Anyway, thank you for not giving up on us. The shinobi, too.
How are you feeling, my lady?
Much the better for my comrades' ministrations and your most generous hospitality. You need not worry.
Good. If there is anything else we can do for the two of you, anything at all, just ask.
Rub my feet.
Stare any harder and you're like to burn a hole in them. Go and say your piece, for goodness sake.
I've got nothing more to say to them. I'm going to find out how the others are getting on.
Gosetsu, Mistress Alize, I owe you an apology. I acted with reckless disregard for my own safety, and endangered I know not how many others in so doing. Scorning your wise counsel, I knowingly defied our master's wishes, and left you no choice but to follow suit.
Nonsense. I followed our master's wishes to the letter. Consider once more his words, and the intent therein. In offering his head, he but sought to shield his people from harm, loyal retainers included. You must value your life more highly, Shadow Walker.
On the other hand, your recklessness did serve as an inspiration to many. Mayhap you should not be so hard on yourself. In any event, if you must apologize profusely, it seems only right that you expend as much effort thanking the one person who supported your plan from the first.
That it does. There are no words which will suffice. But thank you.
And there they are!
XII be praised. When I learned of your rather questionable plot to assassinate Xenos, I feared we would need to recruit a new primal slayer.
I'm sorry we couldn't be there. Alize made me swear to stay behind no matter what. I think she was worried I'd hurl myself at Xenos the moment I set eyes on him.
What? You'll forgive me for changing the subject, but now would seem a good time to discuss where we go from here. Though the Empire has yet to retaliate, the fact remains that we have revealed our presence and signalled our intentions in so doing. It is only a matter of time before the Imperials move against us. Given that we lack the strength to oppose them, 'tis plain some manner of brilliant stratagem is required. Therefore, I yield the floor to the preeminent tactician of our time, with whom I was privileged to share a room.
Oh, she actually spoke highly of her brother for once. That's scary.
If you insist. While in Kagane, we debated a number of approaches and were eventually forced to concede that we cannot look to the Alliance for aid. Even were it possible to ferry sufficient forces and materiel from Eorzea in a timely manner, such a massive undertaking would not long escape the attention of the Empire. It would be a miracle if our ships reached the shore. Fortunately, according to Tataru and Hancock's intelligence, the Empire has withdrawn most of its forces from Doma in the past year, leaving her relatively unguarded. That being the case, a popular uprising, spearheaded by the full might of the Doman Liberation Front, may feasibly be sufficient to threaten the seat of provincial government, namely Doma Castle. 'Twould be rather easier said than done, of course, but I have seen worse plans prevail.
Then we must needs meet with Lord Hien and convince him to return, for there is no surer way to inspire our people to rise up as one. He desired proof of his subjects' conviction, and they have provided it, through no less a deed than openly opposing Xenos himself.
It will work. It has to work. And next time, we will defeat him.
I'll be traveling to the Azim Stephamber. I found Lord Hien once before, and I'm confident I can do so again. Moreover, it was me whom he put the question of Doma's resolve. I feel it my duty to deliver to him our people's reply. Our countrymen's deeds speak for themselves. Lord Hien cannot deny the truth of their hearts. Too long has it been since I looked on his face. It would be of great comfort to see him again, and no small comfort if you were to join us in the search, I should add. I wonder what kind of man Hien is. From what I heard, he's about the same age as me. And then there's Fordola, who isn't a whole lot younger than us both. Like her, he was born and raised in an imperial province. This is all he's ever known. But unlike her, he chose to do something about it. I want to meet him. I want to know why. Maybe if I understand that, it'll help me to understand a lot of other things. The beloved king returning to urge his countrymen to rise up in rebellion. Not a story you'd ever hear in Sharlayan or Ul'dah, is it? Not in those words, perhaps, but Noland's people is so cynical to be wholly immune to inspiration. Singular individuals have the power to move hearts and minds no matter where they go. Doubtless you speak from personal experience? As much as this Lord Hien intrigues us, Amber, there are vital tasks to be attended to here. Preparations for the inevitable assault on Doma Castle, for one. There's also the matter of coordinating our efforts with the Confederacy and our comrades in Kugani, dealing with this troublesome Aetheryte. I could go on, but you understand. Aye, so it goes. We all have our responsibilities. We shall depart for Azim's Steppe at once. You will be joining us, Amber? Yep. For our part, we shall do what we can to aid the Doman Liberation Front in your absence. We will refrain from conducting any large-scale operations in your absence and instead devote our energies to bolstering our ranks and training our new recruits. When you return, we will be ready for war. If anything happens, you need us to come back sooner, you'd better contact us. Noble sacrifices are a last resort, remember? Follow me, my friends. We have many months to travel before we reach Reunion. Wait, don't leave yet. Here, take these for the road. It's simple fare, but it's the least we can do for you after what you did for us. It may be stupid and naive of me to say this, but I will. When you come back, we'll finish what we started. We'll beat the Imperials and we'll win our freedom. So don't keep us waiting too long. Meanwhile, in the keep of Doma Castle.
I would expect no less of Bahamut's conqueror. Prepare the airship. His Radiance will not object. We have fulfilled our obligations here. I would see this prize for myself. Do you understand why I appointed you to act in my stead? You, whose only accomplishment was to whisper the right words in the right ear. Because of your petty hatreds, they render you the perfect instrument to bleed your kinsman of hope, to make an example of Doma, such as was ordered. Listen well. If you yield Doma to the rebels, you will not be given another chance to beg forgiveness. Do your duty now, or die with the rest of them.
Are you all right, my lady? That was uncalled for. Oh!
That was uncalled for too, but pretty impressive.
They say your Eorzean is helping the rebels.
Pretty good for a little woman like her to smack out a guy his size.
I want her dead. I want her friends dead. I want the heads of everyone she knows and loves mounted on the castle walls.
You mean I can finally go after her? I've been waiting for this chance. I promise you, my lady, she won't escape this time. Not this time, oh no.
Meanwhile, in the fringes of Garabania. Oh, hey, look, we found a hole.
Aye, this is the place. When his shade was banished, you swore to leave this life behind. And yet here you are. Yet, if this be the work of the eyes, what choice do you have but to end it? Or so the boy would say. Damn you, Alphino.
Here there be Zella. Yugiri is ready to guide you to the Azim Steppe. If all are ready, let us depart for a reunion in the Azim Steppe. Our route will be somewhat circuitous. We will need to return to the Ruby Sea and head north along the coast, past Azari. From here, we will turn north until we arrive at a cave, through which we must pass in order to reach the Azim Steppe. Lys and Gosetsu have already gone on ahead. We should carry on as well.
I remember the emptiness, vast and endless. The Azim Steppe, home to countless roaming tribes. A sacred land, watched over by elder gods. Here, we would find Doma's salvation. With the wind at our backs, we walked on, in search of hope, in search of him.
I give you the Azim Steppe, Amber, though I should say that this is but one small portion of it. Despite the close proximity, Domans rarely venture this far north. Most find these lands and their people strange and foreign. Fortunately, those who frequent reunion are more welcoming than most. Come, it is not much further. Welcome to Reunion, my friends. Here is where we will begin our search for Lord Hien. The search for Lord Hien. Yugiri has a simple plan for finding Lord Hien. Run around the town screaming? When last I spoke with Lord Hien, he said he spent much time in these markets. I had hoped we might find him here today, but alas. Hey, Yugiri, I've been meaning to ask. There are an awful lot of Zella here, aren't there? Oh, I assumed you knew. The Azim Steppe has been home to the nomadic tribes of Eleza since antiquity. More than 50 roam these lands, and though they do not constitute a nation, there is a hierarchy of sorts, determined through ritual combat. Funny, if they're so busy fighting each other, you'd think the Empire would be able to march in and take the steppe with ease. I wonder why they haven't. Why indeed, Lys, why indeed? Perhaps they see little value in it, especially given the fierce reputation of the Zella warriors, who would fight tooth and nail to oppose them. These lands were not made for men. The soil is thin and the weather unforgiving. The Zella found ways to survive, it is true, but they are made of sterner stuff than most Imperials, conscript or citizen. Thanks for taking the time to explain. Sounds like I got a lot to learn. Later, I mean. We're meant to be looking for Hien. People from many tribes gather in Reunion to trade goods and information. I should be surprised if we cannot learn something of value here. Let us make our inquiries separately. Amber, why don't you speak with some of the merchants here? Booze, fresh booze, your choice of lamb or zo. Guaranteed to satisfy. How many would you like, miss? A doman? Unless another Daskar is keeping him in her yurt. He is not here. More fool her if she took a doman for a husband. But enough about domans. Let us speak of booze instead. You cannot come to the Azim Steppe and not sample this most traditional of delicacies. What fortune you have to come hither at this time. Freshly slaughtered, every cut available on request. Organs too. Hearts, livers, brains, or a brace of blood sausages, if you desire only a snack. A doman? Poor meat they make, Domans. I jest. I did see a young mole in the company of one some few days ago. Roasted fish and pumpkin, an exotic foreign delicacy, cooked to perfection, beloved without the step. Come, come. You seek Domans? Then you are come to the wrong place, my friend. Delicious as my foodstuffs are, they find little flavor with those from the south. Now, if it were Goru you were looking for, on the other hand, then I might be able to help you. They flock to my stall. 'Cause catfish like fish, big surprise. I have brought you a new brush, my beloved. So smooth and silky your mane shall be, the envy of every other man. Say again, you are seeking who? Ah, the Doman. I know of whom you speak. He comes and goes with a Mall girl. Though I could not describe her, I only know that she is Mall because I heard them talking as they passed. Yes, I am Mall. My name is Serena. May I help you? Oh, I see. You're looking for Yin. In that case. How urgent this business must be to leave our conversation unfinished. The Kinsei, will you buy it? There is but one bundle left. If not, then... I will, though I had not thought to pay so high a price. It is a bargain for which you should be grateful. If you lack the coin, then the fault is your own, and you will leave with nothing. Please, I must have the Kinsei. The gods themselves requested it. We are bound to their will. Pay me the difference in Whisper Root. I will sell it to the next apothecary to pass through a union, and we will each feel fairly treated. But do not tarry. Should another come before you, coin in hand, I will not refuse him. I understand. Thank you for this kindness. I am sorry, but we must speak of Yin later. I cannot leave reunion without that Kinsei. A season for war. Serena does not usually depend on the kindness of strangers, but will gladly make an exception today. You want to help me? Is that it? I do not know what to say. Thank you, Amber. Thank you. The lumbering ones we must fell wander the plains to the west of Reunion. If we each harvest 2, then we should have enough Whisper Root. Return here when you have finished. Good luck. Beat the snot out of things. Got it. Welcome back, Amber. Have you brought the whisper root? Blessed is he who shows kindness to strangers, for with fortune does he ever ride. Will this quantity suffice? It shall. The Kinsey is yours. The gods favor you more than you know, child. Ogden rarely have need of such herbs, and so my stock is limited. Had you come a day earlier or later, I would have none for you. Perhaps the gods guided me here, as they guided grandmother, as they guided this woman from the west.
Hey! How goes the search? Any luck?
What fortune to meet a friend of the young master!
Well met, Cyrena. If you have an inkling as to the current whereabouts of Lord Hien, we should be most grateful for your assistance.
Oh, please! It is I who should be grateful.
Hold! What is this? I came first, you second! Know you to whom you speak? All people of the steppe should. Or have you fought so much that you have forgotten the fate of your superiors? Superiors? I spit on your superiority, little prince! Twisted and mad as sand devils your kind are!
Those two don't seem to like each other very much.
Those boys are of the Oranir and Dothal, the two strongest tribes. The children of Azim are destined to rule, so they declare to all who will listen. Their word is law. For now. Grand, flamboyant fighters, but deadly, very deadly. He prances as a horse, as do his brothers after their many recent victories. The Undying ones too are strong, fearless, and vicious. They often reigned in the past. Now they are sorely tested. Ah, the master of the markets. He is Castilla. To fight in reunion is forbidden, and to break the peace is to be banished forever. This he says without words, for words are lies to the Castilla. They do not speak.
That's interesting. And all these different tribes share the same lands, do they? No wonder it's tense.
Ha! I shall look for you on the field at the Nardum. Mark my words! As shall I! Mayhap I shall take 11 more Dothal heads to make a dozen with yours. I look forward to the day!
The dispute will be settled at the Nardum?
A great battle held on the final day of the Sahan-San. During this time, all bonds of hierarchy are broken. All Zayla are equal and free to prepare for the fight. The tribe which triumphs in the Nardum rules until the next Sahan-San. Which in these lands is now.
Ah, so that is what they call the custom. I presume your tribe will also be taking part?
Not all seek the Dawn Throne. Some are satisfied with their lot. Others, like the Castilla, have reason to remain neutral. Them all are lambs among wolves. Long were we content to remain apart and live quietly, but never mind that. You seek Kian, yes? I know where he may be.
An impossible dream. Serena knows where you might find Lord Hien. Long ago, my grandmother, having received a vision from the gods, bade me go forth into the southern mountains. It was there that I found Hien, near death from many wounds. I brought him to our village, and there we nursed him back to health. Afterwards, he chose to remain, that he might repay us for our kindness. Doman set much store by honor and shame, as at first I did not question it. Excuse me, if I could see your map for a moment here. He has grown fond of this place. It affords him a view of the markets and the steppe. I would accompany you, but I must return to our village to prepare my grandmother's meal. Thank you again for your assistance. Our long-awaited reunion is at hand. Come, my friends, let us go and greet our lord and master. Which is, it says it's over there, but it's actually up there.
The Kami are merciful! My Lord Hien, I see you are alive and well.
Ah, you are come sooner than expected. So, my blade or my head, which would you have of me?
The people of Yansha remain loyal to Doma. I have seen the fire in their eyes. They are ready to rise up and fight. The time is ripe, my lord. Return with us, blade in hand, and lead Doma to freedom.
Not less than liberty will suffice, then. A pity. It will prove far more difficult to deliver than my head. But if my people wish to pursue an impossible dream, then who am I to deny them? You, Giri! Go-setsu! And,
The scions of the Seventh Dawn, my lord. Good and true friends who opened their hearts and homes to us when we fled to Eorzea. Far across the sea they have journeyed to stand with us in the fight for Doman liberation. To oppose the Empire, as they have in the West, where they are lauded as heroes for their many deeds.
Say no more, Yugiri. Say no more. I observed how you helped Serena, to whom I am deeply indebted. For that and for the aid you provided my people, you have my deepest gratitude. There is no doubting your strength nor your character. It would be my honor to fight by your side. So, what of Doma? Arise, my friends, and tell me of our home. I have made my decision. You, Giri, I bid you return to Yanxia and take charge of our forces in preparation for my homecoming. As for our esteemed guests, I would ask that you remain here with me. I sense you will be a great help in the coming days.
Your will is my command, my lord, but how much longer do you intend to stay?
Oh, only until I have won the contest? I mean to return at the head of the Zayla army.
You mean to participate in the Narden?
Have you a better idea? Consider how soundly we were defeated before. The Imperials may have since grown weaker, but we are weaker still. 'Twould be folly to challenge them without first supplementing our forces, so yes, I intend to win the Narden and enlist the aid of every able-bodied Zayla I can. Furthermore, by championing the Mole in the contest, I can at last repay their kindness. Lest you forget they saved me from certain death, and a man who suffers such debts to go unpaid is without honor and unfit to lead.
Just so, just so. Our lord has spoken, Yugiri. But take heart, I shall keep him safe, and should it come to it, bring him back by force.
This is no laughing matter, Gosetsu. But if these are my orders, very well. Once more I place my faith in you. Pray look after them both.
Looks like it's up to us then. Though it does seem a bit risky. Isn't Hien meant to be the next king of Doma or something?
So they say, though in truth I am but a pale reflection of my late father. All the more reason to entreat your assistance. For ours is an impossible dream. To set in motion a revolution that will rattle the very firmament and shake off the yoke of the most powerful empire in the world.
Amber, was it? Once again, allow me to thank you for your many deeds in service to Doma. For 25 years did my father rule in name only. My rule, if one would deign to call it that, has been naught in comparison. That changes now. We have a purpose and a plan, and after we take to the battlefield together, we will have victory as well. But you are a practical woman, I can tell. Disinclined to trust in words when actions speak truer, I can relate. Stars in the dark. Hien is, if nothing else, an optimist at heart. So, you too have heard of the Ndam, the great battle for supremacy of the steppe. I learned of it during my stay with the Mole. To my knowledge, no foreigners have ever participated, much less triumphed in Ndam. But, lack of precedence notwithstanding, I should think we would have good standing to bid them march with us to Doma, should we win. Will even permit us to fight, my lord. We belong to no tribe of the steppe. We are not without options, given what Serena has told me. You see, in accordance with the god's wishes, her people shall participate in the coming Ndam. And when they take the field, I mean for us to fight alongside them as fellow warriors of the Mole. But we need not discuss this at length here. Come, let us head north to Mal, Ilo, where Serena and her people have made camp for this season. Now we get to run through lots of things that want to kill us. Like this fate that I am going to avoid. Where I want to go is those tents over there. My friends, I give you Mol Ilo. The Khatun of the tribe, Temelin, resides in the largest yurt. We should go and make our introductions. At last the traveler comes.
Tamarun Hatun, Sirina, I am returned.
Ah, you found each other.
Ours is the soil, Hien. The Domans, and the Eorzeans too.
You know us?
The gods know you, child. As do the stars in the heavens, which shone bright at your coming.
The Mole hearken to the whispers of the elder gods, which guide us in our daily lives. We know them through the Utun, like my grandmother.
Hatun, I am come to beg a boon of you and yours. That I might liberate my homeland, I seek to rally the strength of the steppe. To that end, I wish to fight in the Nardam, as a warrior of the Mole. Will you grant me this honor?
To stand with the Mole is fruitless. Hien, do not do this. The gods may have willed that our tribe join in the Nardam, but there is no path to victory. We are weak and our numbers few. Even with your help, it would be impossible.
I thank you for your concern, Sirina. But it is precisely because of the seeming hopelessness of your cause that we must needs cast our lot with you. Were we to join hands with a more favored tribe, our victory would inevitably be attributed to them, and no one would follow me to Doma.
'Twas the gods' will that we fight. Mayhap this too is their design. Hear me then. As Hatun of the Mole, I invite you all to join with us in the Nardam.
Let's kick some butt.
Will you look after them?
Come with me, friends. There is much I would show you.
You... wait. I would have words. A singular radiance, shimmering, like a jewel of the Dusk Mother, blinding in its brilliance. Stars flicker and flock to you. Before such gathered light, even the secrets of the gods may be laid bare. Some are fated to rise in grace and glory, others to falter and fade, though not from memory. Both will be your strength and salvation come the end. Cherish the stars and the light they bring you in the dark. For you are a traveler, are you not?
Thank you all for coming and offering to fight with us in the Nadam. Though I still fear our chances grim, I am grateful for your assistance. To be recognized as warriors of the Maul, there is a trial you must overcome. But before we speak of such things, there is another more pressing matter. A warrior's welcome. Serena would impress upon you the gravity of the path you walk. My friends, I must warn you, the path upon which you embark is fraught with peril, so I put Wild Annie instead. You will journey unto the far reaches of the steppe to confront a terrible foe, as did the warrior Bardam in days of yore. 3 days he battled with the demon ere he returned to his people. So it is written, so must it be. Many who follow in his footsteps perish, lacking the strength of body and mind. Therefore, we must treat you to the great feast. Have I said something strange? The hungry fox starves staring at the bull's testicles. Therefore, warriors should be well fed on the eve of battle. Wow, that's one way to put it. She does have a point. You have been keeping busy in my absence. A brief repast may be in order, lest we collapse of fatigue and malnourishment in the midst of our trial. Yes, just so. However, it will take time to prepare. Is there anything we can do to help? It might also give us a chance to learn more about your people and their ways. Well, if you insist, I am sure that the others would be glad of your assistance. Would you go and speak with Dorbe, Lise? As for you three, you can help me with another task. For today's feast, the gods decreed that we lure Gulo Gulo to slaughter with entrails. Perhaps you could be the ones to do this? That your people look to the gods for guidance, I understand. But in your daily meals? I say, your grandmother must be quite busy. Some days more than others, but every night we come together around the cook fire. Even babes must earn their keep on the steppe. Give over the entrails, Serena. We will bring you a bounty of meat. She just keeps guts in her pockets. Okay. A word of advice. Our quarries want to avoid the Zella and their settlements, but is fond of flowing waters. A thought occurs to me. How about we make a game of it, Amber? I have 6 bags of entrails with which we may lure our Gulo Gulo. 3 for you and 3 for me. Whoever returns with a greater portion shall be declared the winner. What say you? Then it is settled. Gosetsu will stand as witness. Let the game begin. You want to win it? Follow his advice and go to the water. I don't care. I just want to get it over with quicker, so I'm going to go to the closest spots. Oh, have you used all your bait? In that case, let us see the fruits of your labor. Oh, it would seem that, at the very least, you are the faster hunter. But speed is not everything. For my part, I slew 6 gulo-gulo. Aye, that you have, my lord. As for Amber, this day you are twice the hunter as she, for our friend delivered unto me but 3 portions, half your sum, my lord. Oh ho, there you have it. I shall try not to let it go to my head. I know better than to expect the hawk to show her talons on a whim. Nay, when the time comes, I expect you will prove yourself a more than my match. And with that, our game is concluded. Let us return to Molilo forthwith, and let us have Amber present our meat to Serena. Mayhap you are unfamiliar with traditional Zala cuisine? Let not its appearance deceive you. It's quite hearty and nourishing. Were it not so, I doubt they could have nursed me back to health. You should have seen the state I was in. You returned, Amber. How was your hunt? My word, this is impressive. Or were you so hungry that you felt the need to kill so many? Well, I shall endeavor not to disappoint you all with my cooking. The heart of nations. If you wish for employment, Serena has a suggestion. It will be a little while before the meal is ready. If you and Lise wish to fill the time, perhaps you could assist Dorbe? He has many responsibilities and would welcome your help. Nor would you regret making his acquaintance, for he is liked and respected by all. You may find him by the other yurt, taking stock of our supplies. Ah, one of the newcomers. Welcome. I spoke with Lise. I bade her help the children gather fuel for the cook fires. I trust it will be a good experience for all. For you too, perhaps. Seek them in the south, across the bridge. Oh, Amber, are you here to help too? Great. So I suppose Darby told you that the children and I are gathering fuel for the fires, did he? It'll need to be dried before they can burn it, of course. You do understand what we're here for, right? Only, some people can be a bit squeamish about this sort of stuff. Then again, you've never minded getting your hands dirty, have you? Anyway, we're trying to get 4 piles each. Good luck, and keep an eye on the children while you're at it, huh? Auburn Tuft. We're gathering morble poop, aren't we? How'd I know we were gathering poop? Well, have you found your share yet? Good work. I hope you took the time to talk to the children while you were at it. No. Lise, look how much dung we have. Wow, I'm impressed. I thought we'd gathered a lot, but it looks like we'll have to admit defeat. Dorbe will be happy we found enough. Not just Dorbe, now we can continue making cheese. Not that I was worried. It was easier when we were living near that forest, but dung works just as well as wood. I heard the mole move from place to place, but the gods tell you where to go. That must be hard on you all. Hard? I do not understand. Why is it hard? It is better for the animals to move, to have more food to eat and land to roam. To stay in one place is harder, no? From the heavens comes the rain, which nourishes the soil. From the soil comes the grasses, which nourishes the beast. From the beast comes the flesh, which nourishes the Zella. Ours is the soil of one and all. But you Westerners are like the Domans. You live in the same place, in villages. And all the villages in one place are part of a nation, yes? Hien talks about nations sometimes. When he was injured, he spoke of Doma in his sleep, but I did not understand his words. Whenever I ask him about Doma, he just smiles and looks to the south. It reminds me of my mother when she waits for my father to return from a long journey. But Hien will not wait any longer, will he? Because you came for him to take him back, because his nation is more important. I'm not sure how to answer this. A nation is a place, I suppose. A place and the people in it, and maybe the things, too. But more than that, it's the history, the traditions, the words, the stories we tell ourselves and our children. Everything that came before and everything that comes after. The place we were born is part of who we are. We carry it with us no matter where we go. Whoever, whatever we become, that part remains. That link to our fathers and their fathers before them. It's not important to everyone, I suppose, and that's fine. But it's important to Hien and to me. Some call them all fools for listening to the elder gods, but it is our way, our pride, our nation? Something like that. It's something precious that you and others share, and that no one can ever take from you. But we can talk more about it later. It's time to go home. Dorbe is waiting. I'll stay with the children. Why not go and let Serena know how we got on? Welcome back, Amber. Did you speak with Dorbe? Well, well, then you will forgive me if I ask you to wash your hands. I shall pour you a cup of milk tea in the meantime. The meal is almost ready, so we should summon Hien and Gosetsu.
She needed the rest. To come so far and carry so much. Hien and his friend, too. Strange that they should vanish so soon.
Ha! Ha!
Not troubled by your old wounds, I see.
Nor you by yours. I know I should have fled with the others after Father died, instead of blindly fighting on. It was reckless and foolish, and there was naught to be gained from it. Everything to lose, rather.
We know no path save the one we walk. I myself am in no hurry to meet those who have gone before. Not while I have still to make amends.
Well said.
You are none the worse for your time in the wilderness. On the contrary, I would say you have improved.
Come now, your victories still far exceed mine. Or have you forgotten all the times you trounced me as a boy?
I feared I would not see you again.
A life so fortuitously saved should be spent wisely. Without regret would I have traded it for our people's amnesty had it been their will. Instead they have called for the sword, and so that is what I must be. Until this blade is broken, I can but carve a path forward. Were you truly so concerned for my well-being? You never showed it when we used to spar.
How you cried when you lost, and when your mother tried to comfort you, and when you inevitably came at me once more, swinging your wooden sword wildly. Mina's little Master Shun. What a fine young man you've become.
A man should not be addressed by his childhood name. I've told you about that before. Ah, the mask slips. And I was so close to cultivating a winning persona.
There will be opportunity enough for putting on airs after you have returned in triumph to Doma. Now is the time to show our true character.
As long as we win when it counts.
Oh, you need not doubt my conviction. I have but one goal, to which I am wholly devoted. Join us next time, and you shall see for yourself.
Well, my friends, I for one am full of vim and vigor. I trust you feel the same? Then what better time than now to undertake our trial and become full-fledged warriors of the Mole? A trial before the trial. Ian is ready to become a warrior of the steppe. Now then, Serena, if you would tell us of the trial we must undertake, that we might participate in the Nadam. Ah yes, as I mentioned before, to be recognized as warriors of the steppe, one must follow in the footsteps of the legendary warrior Bardam. He embarked on a great pilgrimage, eschewing cart and horse, and walked for many miles until he came to a holy place, thereafter named Bardam's Meadow. There, at the altar, as he did, you must pray. The altar lies deep within the breeding grounds of the Yol. To complete your trial, you must tame one. Only then will your trial be complete. Fair enough. And where's the entrance to Bardam's Meadow? You must journey far, far to the west, beyond Shakazo, where lie the bones of a great and wise woman. Beyond the ruins of Kolan, hidden within the mountains, is a narrow pass. Follow it and you will come to Bardam's Meadow. Sounds to me like it'll be a trial just getting to the trial. More than you may know, on the eve of the Nadam, many strive to improve their fortunes, some by abducting and enslaving the warriors of other tribes. Be ever mindful of your surroundings, lest you be taken as well. What grim expressions you wear while nodding so powerfully. Warriors such as you are not the like to fall en route to a mere rite of passage. We shall proceed with all due cautions, yes, but let us not worry overmuch. We will overcome this trial, and the next, until we stand triumphant. That is all there is to it, no? With me, my friends, to the west, to Bardam's Meadow. Oh, wait, Ian! Oh dear, I knew I would forget. Here, take these whistles. Once tamed, your Yol will hearken to their call. Thanks. We'll try them out once we finish the trial. Let's catch up to Hien and Gosetsu. We still have a long way to go, but I think I can see the monument Serena was talked about. I don't see Hien or Gosetsu though. We should hurry. Hey, I don't know about you, but I can't shake the feeling someone's watching us. Serena did warn us about tribes that kidnap warriors and make them fight for them. Something tells me we're about to meet them. Well, if that's the warriors that they send to get other warriors, but it's not gonna happen very... It's gonna be easy. Ah, there you are. As you can see, they left us little choice. I gather you were forced to dispatch a few yourself? So it goes. A few less warriors to face in the Nadam, huh? Seolian is not much further. That said, I should be surprised if our would-be masters do not try to subdue us one final time. Right, this must be the pass that leads to Bardam's Medal. They say no foreigners have overcome this trial, but, well, there's a first time for everything, no? In the footsteps of Bardam the Brave. Ian is ready to undertake the challenge of Bardam's Medal. Nothing left but to begin, then. To complete the trial, we must pass through Bardam's Medal and each tame a Yol. How precisely we are to do this I am not sure, but since countless warriors before us have succeeded, I imagine we'll muddle through, somehow. But enough talk, we have an Adam to win. And a dungeon to queue for. Let's see if Tank will get me in. And now we wait. Nothing special to watch for on the first trash pulls. The first thing to watch out for this boss is the frontal cleave. If you're the tank, just stay out of it, and if you're not the tank, don't be in front of the boss. Another thing it'll do is crumbling dust. This will put some circles within melee distance of it. If you're in melee or the tank, make sure you move out of those. Then he's gonna ram somebody. This happens several times. He'll ram and then earthquake, which are gonna cause all the animals to freak out. They each have their own AoEs. The rams will do straight line AoEs. The sheep will do circle AoEs. They'll run out and do circle AoEs. And later the cats, the corals, will do a big frontal cone AoE. Other than that, that's pretty much it. Nothing hugely special of note for the next trash pulls either. Welcome to the non-combat boss fight. It'll start off by pulling everyone forward, and you have to avoid looking at him while also dodging his AoEs. Then there's going to be swords that are going to go in different crisscrossing patterns. You just need to make sure to avoid those at the same time as avoid looking at the dude in the center. Keep in mind for all these challenges, only one of your party needs complete it for it to be a win. Everyone else, if everyone fails it, then you lose. Next you want to stand in these pillars that he brings out. And then it's best if you overlap these circles. Next, things are going to fall, little meteors are going to fall, so you need to keep constantly moving. It's best if everyone takes 1/4 of the stage, so that way they can just keep running in a circle, and no one else will get hit. If you get hit, you lose. And then he will do an earth-shattering thing. It's an AoE. It goes in steps. You just have to avoid that. Next, meteors will fall. For this next part, 3 of these meteors are going to go away. They're going to put AoEs to damage 2 of them. And there goes... yeah, 2 of them turn into those. And then you have to look at these little lines that get moved, because that will destroy one of the other ones. And the goal is to be behind the one that does not get destroyed so that the meteor doesn't kill you. And that's it. Thing of note for these trash pats is you see that gate, there's a big giant ball behind it, and once you kill all these ads, that ball will roll right down the center, so you don't want to get caught in that, because that goes ouch. When the way forward is open after this pat, there will be 2 balls that run down the center as soon as you start pulling the butterflies in front of you. That's pretty much it. Okay, now for the yawl. He will do an untelegraphed tank-busting frontal cleave, so stay away from the front if you are not the tank. If you are the tank, you just have to tank it because you can't really move. Wing Unbound will do AoE damage to everyone and will also place these feathers on the outside, which will sometimes do line AoEs. When you have a marker above your head, that means everyone's about to have an AoE hit them, so spread out for that part. And sometimes these will happen when the lines appear. Watch out for an eyeball that appears above his head as well. That's the cue to turn away. If you get caught looking at the boss when he does that attack, you will become confused. Now, one thing that we did do is we skipped the phase in between, and that's when he flies up before he comes back down and becomes targetable. He will spawn an ad that you have to take care of and do line rushes across the arena until you've killed 2 ads. We managed to skip that phase because we DPS just way too hard. And during this time, he will do constant AoEs, and you have to take out his left and right wing. Just making sure to spread with the markers appear and don't get hit by the AoEs. Well fought back there, Amber. Things got hairy at times, but I knew we'd manage. Oh, right. I've still got those whistles Serena gave me. Here's yours. I suppose we ought to give him a try like she said. Up there, look. I think that means we've won them over. That one there is yours, right? The other one is mine. Aww. So that's that then. We're officially warriors of the steppe. Mount. The children of Azim. Lys is eager to return triumphant to Molilo. Well, we've done what we came to do. Let's pack back to Molilo.
That massive monstrosity was quite the surprise, was it not? Who knew that the steppe held such secrets? And with that, there is naught left to prevent us from taking part in the Nardum.
Well...
You! Yea, you who have walked Bardam's metal. Newborn warriors of the steppe. Our Khan demands an audience. You will come.
I remember those clothes. He's Oronir, isn't he? What should we do?
Ordinarily, I would politely decline, but this may be an opportunity to assess their strength. And we do have some time before the Nada begins. If it all goes to plan, they will be fighting for us soon enough. What say you? Shall we go and greet our comrades-to-be?
Why not?
Whatever happens, we shouldn't keep Cyrano and the others waiting. Let's be ready to make a swift exit, all right?
We accept your Khan's generous invitation. Lead the way.
Kind of looks like Guthix.
Two banners. So it's not just Oronir we're dealing with.
Most radiant Brother Magni, we have brought the ones you seek.
You conquered Bardam's metal.
As warriors of the Mole, aye. You are the Khan here, yes? Why have you summoned us? Mayhap to propose a joint endeavor?
Nay, Doman, we shall not speak as equals. Born of the sun are Oronir, and born of the earth are you. When I learned of trespassers, I bade my warriors take their measure, to flay them if they failed. But if by the grace of Azim they should survive their trials and emerge anointed, then bring them hither to pay tribute. Tribute, should it prove satisfactory, shall earn you the favor of the sun. His beloved shall bask in his radiance, and their supplications be duly considered.
So you want us to bow down and serve you? What if we don't feel like it?
The defiant will suffer in shadow. It would be an affront to the resplendent Azim himself to refuse this generous offer when by rights you should be condemned. But in lieu of tribute, swear fealty to the sun. Pledge to him your body and soul. Promise to serve him unto death, and you may know his glory.
No.
A generous offer granted to but few. Though perchance this is too merciful. It seems our brothers of the Buddha want you. The men only. Like the Borlak and women. Though you know them not either, I'm sure. No matter. All you need know is that you will serve, one way or another.
Not you, though.
That much does indeed seem plain. However, as we are but newborn warriors who know little of your customs, we struggle to conceive of ways in which we might be of service to the most gracious and illustrious son.
You make mock of us, Doman. Do not do so again. You will be given a task. It will be difficult. You will carry it out. When you have accepted this, you may ask me what it is.
Welp. Were I Baguda, I might take offense. But I know better than to dismiss a woman outright. You demonstrate boldness or recklessness. Time will tell. The Nadam approaches, and the Orinir will reign supreme once more. Such is the will of Father Azim. Yet only fools think to triumph by the grace of the gods alone, and we are not fools. Your task will be to aid us in our preparations. Batu will tell you the rest. The labors of Magnai. Batu shall tell you how you might serve the Orinir. Warriors of the Steppe, by the grace of our most radiant brother, you will not die this day, but instead be granted an opportunity to contribute to our cause. Rejoice, for this is a great honor indeed. Serve well, and you will be rewarded. Question. You keep calling Magnai your most radiant brother. You're not related or something, are you? All Orinir are descendants of Father Azim. But if you mean to ask if our mothers are one and the same, then no. The most radiant is the elder brother to we younger, the strongest and most deserving of respect. No more interruptions, your duties are as follows. You, the Red Woman, you will milk our beasts. To grow strong, one must be well fed, and we have great need of kumis and cheese. Is that it? I mean, I'm not happy about all this, but I suppose I can go along for now. You, the one who lumbers as a mountain. An old warrior, I see. We have arms and armor in need of repair. Go and speak with our menders. I have no talent for delicate work, but if that is your wish, then so be it. You, the insolent fool, as for you. This one carries the fire. The Baduga would take his measure. Seek my comrade outside tending to the stores. He will give you your task. You will know him by his cloth. Unlike they of the yellow, we are of the green. I, for one, would welcome the opportunity to learn more of the Baduga and their ways. It would be an honor. We shall speak of your task outside, with me. Your name, foreigner? Amber, then. You're to dive into Azimkat below the Dawn Throne and gather sword grass from the lake bed. It is an invaluable ingredient in many medicines. 8 bundles will you bring. You will need to dive deep to obtain that which you seek, but that shall pose no trouble for a true warrior, no? Some say that the dominion of the Dawn Feather and the Dusk Mother does not extend beneath the water, but ours does. Indeed, the Oranair fear not above nor below. Speak with the guard to descend, we shall speak again when you have finished. Yeah, you got an aetheryte though. Yes, I want to go down. Now the fun part of finding grass. She returns, and with sword grass in hand. 8 bundles. That you would immerse yourself in the depths is a testament to your bravery. Well done. Lest you wonder, we will use it to prepare potions to induce paralysis, and the Nadam we must use every means at our disposal to delay our foes. He who inscribes his deeds upon the sacred ground shall be declared the victor. However, none may know this place until the Garl have scattered the soil. It matters not, we shall be swift as stallions and fierce as Baras. The steppe will be ours once more. Your tribute is accepted, you will return to the most radiant, and you may beg a boon. No, he's gonna give me one, or he's gonna meet my axe. Am I to understand you've completed your tasks? I know not what yours was, but mine was surprisingly simple. They bade me carry various goods and sundries from storehouse to storehouse. Alas, it was difficult to learn much with all the Beduga swarming around me. You dove deep into the waters to harvest swordgrass. I see, that as well. Most radiant brother Magni, we have given you tribute, as demanded. Were we to beg leave to depart with our comrades, would you consent? We never intended to press you into our service, and tribute offered in good faith cannot be denied. To grant you not in return would be an affront to Father Azim. However, the boon must be proportional to the supplications. What you ask far exceeds what you have earned. Then, if we must remain here, would you at least permit us to learn more of your people and your ways? No, I want to go. Tamil and Catan taught me but a fraction, you see. How this world born of the gods was to be their battlefield, their creations to fight in their stead. How Azim, father of the dawn, he who birthed the sun, and Nama, mother of the dusk, she who birthed the moon, made the aura. Yet though these children warred for a time, eventually they laid down their arms and came to love one another, and so the gods bequeathed this world to their children, and ascended to the heavens whence they came. Those born of the Dawnfather were called the Rain, and those born of the Dusk Mother were called the Zela. So it was, and ever after. But I say to you, Brother Magni, how can this be? How can Oranir be the children of Azim if they are Zelia born of Nama? You amuse me, Domin, how you wield your arrogance as a weapon. Very well, I bid you speak with our elders and learn the truth of this world. For love of the moon, ye would know more of your captors and their ways. I know what you're thinking, and yes, I could probably have convinced him to let us go had I handled that differently. But then we would have learned naught for our troubles. If there is one thing I know, it is that men of faith yearn to share it with others, and in learning more of their beliefs, we may learn more of other things, things which may prove useful in the Nadam. When I was carrying out my tasks, I met an elder, a storyteller, named Udutai. Mayhap he can be our teacher. I can spare no time for you. Other troubles demand my attention. What troubles? What ill fortune has befallen you? Not me, but my lambs. Some few wandered far and have yet to return. Mayhap they will return to their mothers in time, mayhap they will not. Mayhap you can help? If we must, then we must. Let us be about it, Amber. That means I have to search this entire place for lost lambs. Greetings. I trust all our little explorers are safely accounted for? That they are, my thanks to you, Doman. Now, you had questions for me. I would know more of the Oranir, of their creation, and of Father Azim. As you wish. Come, let us sit. Before I begin, tell me, what do you know of the Aura and how they came to be? The Rain were born of the Dawn Father and Zayla the Dusk Mother. That's pretty much all it. Yes, a common tale, and one believed by many tribes. But what it does not mention is that Azim and Nama were lovers. Oh, they fought in the beginning, as did their creations. That much is true. But when they saw how the Zayla and the Rain rose above their hatreds and joined hands in harmony, Their hearts stirred, and the love of their children shared became theirs as well. Alas, he was of the sun and she of the moon. Apart they must remain, lest day and night cease to be, and with them all creation. With sadness in their hearts, they returned to the heavens, he to the day, she to the night, destined to walk before and after, never to meet. As time passed, Azim's yearning for his beloved grew deeper still. Was there truly naught that could be done, he wondered. At last he knew. If the father cannot be with the mother, then he shall go amongst her children, now and ever after. So it was that Azim took a fragment of his being and fashioned an avatar. Clad in scale of midnight, he descended and sought out the Zela. Yet he was the first Oranir. We are of his flesh and his blood. We are the children of Azim, and it is our duty to watch over and keep the Zela safe. I confess, I did not expect the tale of your people's beginning to be quite so romantic. Yet, I must ask, if it is your duty to defend the Zela, how can you go to war with them in the Nadam? Is that not a contradiction? If a father disciplines his son, does that mean there is no love in his heart? Zela are not wont to kneel. They must be made to, only then will they heed to reason. I see, such is the way of the steppe. Thank you, Elder, for sharing with us your wisdom. Eager to depart? Ere you go, you would do well to hear the end of my tale. When Nama looked down and saw the avatar of Azim, she knew him at once and shed tears of love and longing. When they struck the earth, they rose anew, as a counterpart to the Oranir, their fates entwined. So you see, for every son of Azim is a daughter of Nama for whom he must search even now. Mayhap I am being overly optimistic, but I sense that these Oranir may prove loyal allies to Doma under the right circumstances. Their arrogance is rooted in the belief that they must act as caretakers of all Zela. Therefore, if we can prove to them that we come as kindred spirits seeking to defeat a common foe. But mayhap this is a discussion for after we win the Nadam. Come, let us return to Magnai. You shone with the light of newfound wisdom. Could it be that you have at last accepted the supremacy of the sun? No matter, you have each completed your tasks and proven yourselves deserving of mercy. However, if it is freedom you desire, then there is one more thing you must do. Sworn enemies of the sun. Magnai has a new task in mind for you and yours. A pity you will not pledge yourselves to the sun. You might have proved useful in the coming Nadam. Nevertheless, I will permit you to return and fight for the mole. Their cause is futile, with or without your assistance. However, you must first complete a final task, as was my decree. You'll reconnoiter the encampment of the Datharl. For this task, 2 will go and 2 will remain. Should the 2 who embark upon this expedition choose to flee or be captured or killed by the Datharl, then the others will be taken as slaves and serve the sun unto death. We better not fail then, eh? The question is, who should we send? Me? This is not for you to decide. All of you have conquered Bardam's Metal and proven yourselves warriors of the steppe. You should all be equally capable of carrying out this task, and therefore, you should have no objections. Brother Magnai, a word. The Baduga require that a hostage be male, for if these ones fail, we cannot accept a woman as a slave. Therefore, we choose a Firewalker, the one they call Hien. So be it, I shall choose second. I doubt either of you are the moon I seek, but stranger tales have been told, and men are of no use to me. I don't know what this moon stuff is that he's going on about, but I don't like the sound of it at all. No, of course not. The woman I seek is of the dusk, a gentle, ethereal maiden, a dancer in the morning mist. You are warriors of the steppe, fierce and brutal, conquerors of magic, stone and steel. Ethereal you are not. You try ethereal chasing after lambs when your boots are full of lake water. How well your task befitted you both. But since I must choose, I choose you. You did well milking the sheep. They took a liking to you, I am told. Gosetsu and Amber, then. I had hoped to see these undying ones for myself, but it seems it was not meant to be. Darthal Ka lies far to the south, where the grass turns to sand. Return with valuable knowledge, and all will be free to rejoin the mole. Now go. Have no fear, my friend, we shall see them freed soon enough. Let us quit this place and speak of our plans outside. "'Tis plain they hope we will never return. I shall enjoy disappointing them. According to my map, there's a colossal wreck to the south, which should provide a vantage point from which to survey Darthal Ka from afar. Let us go and do just that." Over there, look, those men are in danger. Gah, too late for the one perhaps, but there is yet time to save the other. Come, we cannot abandon him to his fate. I owe you my life. Nay, friend, think nothing of it. I but wish we had come sooner. I knew at once he was dead. It will come as scant comfort, I swear. I fear, but I slew the beast responsible. Nay, that is no way for a Datharl to die. Who is this? Who are these outsiders? Sadu Khatun, forgive me. We were returning from our hunt when we were caught unawares by Manzarisi. These ones saved me, but Kasura's... Who are you? Why have you come? Not to cross the sands, that much is certain. I have heard tales of travelers in league with another tribe. Are you they? Who do you serve? Answer me. If I may begin to answer your questions before you ask more, we are friends of the Mole, and we are come to see the strength of the Datharl for ourselves. The Mole, the little lambs who wander to and fro at the behest of their gods. Ah, what fools you are to share the soil with such weaklings. Next you will tell me you wish to fight the Nadam. Ah, so you do. That is unexpected, yet not unwelcome. I am Sadu, Khatun of the Datharl. For your deeds I grant you leave to walk among us. Come, look on our glory and despair. We fear no tribe, least of all the Mole. Though, if you were of the Orinir, I would burn the flesh from your bones here and now. You can stand, yes? See to the corpse. Yes, Khatun. So that is the leader of the Datharo, clearly not a woman to be crossed. But how callously she spoke of her dead. See to the corpse. Surely this warrior deserves better than that. The Undying Ones. Gosetsu is brimming with indignation. Forgive me, Amber, but I cannot in good conscience ignore the callous disregard that woman showed for her kinsman. We must seek her out at once, with me. No, we don't need to. Dude, this is how they live. We're fine.
How he died matters not. Gessa was a great warrior. He will return to us in time.
Not soon enough, Hartoon. The Nardum is nearly upon us. Mayhap we should counsel restraint until after.
I do not understand. If Gessa is dead, how should he return?
Silence! You come to spy on us, knowing naught of our ways.
We know you are fearless, and that you are called the Undying Ones.
That is true. None are braver than the Dothal, for we do not fear death. With death, a warrior must dance boldly, fearlessly, for thus does his soul burn bright. Then, in death, his soul shines white, exalted. The flesh rots, but the soul endures. And ere the seasons have turned, so he shall return. When he is glimpsed in the eyes of a newborn, he is blessed with the same name, that he may grow into a great warrior once more.
You mean to tell me these newborn babes and fallen warriors are one and the same? Madness!
Oh, don't piss them off.
I gave you leave to observe, not to insult our beliefs. Have care what you say. Otherwise do as you will.
Good job, Kazetsu. You pissed off the entire tribe. Such contempt was in their eyes I have never known, but for the soul to live on, as they say, is not something I can so easily accept. Do they truly believe this, all of them? That in death there can be rebirth, retribution? In any event, we came here in search of information. We cannot leave without speaking with her people. Depends. Who didn't hear what you said? That's pretty much who we can talk to. I know you. Reunion, the travelers with the mole girl. I marked you after I left the Oranir. One's from Doma, others I could not place. My name is Coco. Welcome to Datharl Ka. Coco sounds to your ear the name of a woman? Well, of course, that would be because it is. I died a woman and was reborn a man. It is of no moment. The soul is the soul and the flesh is the flesh. Mayhaps you scoff, many would. Many look only to the name and the flesh, and let these things dictate their perceptions. Consider Sadu Khatun. 3 times before she died a man, yet she returns as a woman to the 4th. Yet she is no less fierce, and any outsider foolish enough to think so will learn the truth to their peril. The cycle of death and rebirth? It is simply that. Take me. I died in battle with the Hotko. Fiercely did I fight, and so I returned. Alas, we know not of our past lives. I must learn what it means to be Quarryar again and again. It is difficult to remember everything, but important. Impressive, is it not? 'Twas slain by my boy. We were childhood friends, he and I, before he fell in return. A master of the bow, it is good to see that he retains his skill. Ah, Amber, you have completed your inquiries? Aye, it is as she said, they believe with every fibre of their being that their bravest warriors will be reborn. As for me, I observed some of their warriors at practice. They are as formidable as the Orinir, perhaps more, and their weapons are their equal as well. Yet while they do not lack in skill and resources, 'tis plain to see that their numbers are inferior. A final piece. Gosetsu has been given much to consider. This has been an educational experience, to say the least, yet everything we have learned is common knowledge to the people of the steppe. 'Twill not be enough to earn our comrades their freedom. Not less than the Darthel's plans for the Nadam will suffice, I fear. Well, I have never been one for skulking about. I will go to Sadu and see what secrets I can prise from her lips. Maybe use a little bit more tact and don't insult their beliefs. Just a thought there, big guy. This might not end well. The spies return, and they have learned naught. Mayhap so, but no longer. Though you hide it well, I know you have devised some manner of cunning stratagem for the Nadam. Out with it, I say. We are what you see, Doman. We are Datharl. Others rely on tricks and traps, subterfuge, lies. We have need of naught but our own strength. We meet the enemy in battle and kill him. That is why I cared not what you did from the first. There is naught for you to learn. Tell your masters to meet us in the field and make ready to ride with their ancestors. Your confidence is plain, as is your strength. Yet you are not the most prosperous of tribes. The mole you mock are few, but so too are you. Why? Though a glorious death is to be celebrated, it is yet death. While we kill many, many are killed in turn. In the wake of our battles, the soil drinks deep of the blood of the fallen, their bodies piled high. Not all are born again, only the bravest. Yet one cannot return unless there is a vessel to inherit the soul, and if warriors die ere they birth children, then that is that. Even the brave warrior who finds a vessel will for many years remain a shadow of his former self. It falls to his elders to endure until he is ready to accept his responsibilities. Ever will we meet our enemies in battle without fear. Such is our way, even when our numbers dwindle. If we die, so be it. But know that we fight to live, not to die. Datharl train and make ready for the day, but they do not rush to meet it, not until we have done our duty. Sedukatun, Gizer's body has been given to the sands. Then our part is done. Rest, warrior. The Nadam draws near, and you will need your strength. If you intend to fight the Nadam, you should return to the mall and make ready. But know that when next we meet, you and yours will die, or you could fight for us and live. Think on it, travelers. We shall, but if you would permit me a final question ere we part, where is this place that Gizer has been laid to rest? Though I knew him not, I was there at his end. I wish to say a few words. Rites for the flesh. I have heard of this. Madness, I say, for his body is of the earth now. He will not hear you. But you may speak to the sands, if that is your will. They lie to the west. Make haste, for the Geddon may already have caught his scent. My apologies, Amber. This will take but a moment. Unless something comes to try and beat the snot out of you.
Left for the vultures. It seems an insult to the man. But the soul lives on, they say. These bodies, no more than empty husks, returning to the earth. Seen through those eyes, I suppose the sight is almost comforting. Pardon me? When first I heard the tales, I could not help but scoff. Another queer tribe, I thought, with still queerer customs. Yet having borne witness to their rites, I cannot deny there is a certain logic to it all. A samurai will die for his lord without hesitation or regret. But this is not because he delights in such sacrifice. It is because he has faith that his death will serve a higher purpose. There is an awakening in that instant, when the heart sings, and the blood burns, and his soul finds peace. There is comfort in that. Nay! We dare not permit ourselves that luxury, my friend, tempting though it may be. Not while our loved ones yet remain in chains.
Well then, we must all be on our way, even Gizer. Let us return to the Dawn Throne and pray that our tale is enough to satisfy our most radiant taskmaster. Meanwhile, deep within the Dawn Throne,
well, if there is a way out, I can't see it. Shame we didn't learn much before they locked us up.
'Tis little wonder the Oranir won the last Nardum. These people leave naught to chance.
Hien, I've had something on my mind for a while, and now... In Alamigo, where I was born, I found it strange that for all the people who supported the resistance, there were just as many who didn't. But then we came to this part of the world and met with the Confederacy and lots of ordinary domans, and almost every single one of them seemed content to just put up with things, no matter how bad they got. They all had their reasons, of course, and it's not like I don't understand them, but the thought of it made me so angry. After everything they'd been through, everything the Empire had done to them, how could they not rise up? How could they not fight back?
People are pragmatic creatures at heart. They hold on to hope only until they taste true hardship. Then comes fear and regret. Safer not to dream, they conclude at last. For even should a day go by without some new disappointment, the next will only bring more of the same, and so they choose the more sensible option. They learn to abide the indignities and injustices, the pain and the shame, to accept them as normal. Such is the lot of most men. One cannot expect to spur them to action at a moment's notice. But if one who has known their pain can convince them to strive for something greater and rekindle the fire in their hearts, then they will remember what they have lost, and they will rise.
I had someone like that once. I didn't know who I was or who I wanted to be, and he risked his life to show me the way.
Then honor him by doing the same for others with all your might and main. You know, when my homeland fell 25 years past, I was still in my mother's womb. Never have I known a free Doma. But my father did, as did many of my fallen comrades, as do many of my people now. It may be no more than a dream to me, but if I do not chase it, then who will?
The way you carry it all, you're just the same.
As you?
Oh, no, not me. Definitely not me. I meant the warrior of light. Out there, somewhere. Doing what needs to be done. I won't have you put me to shame any longer. I'm going to seize the future I want with my own two hands.
As the gods will, Gosetsu has seen enough of Dothral Ka. You are ready to depart, I trust? Good, then let us away. I can teleport there, I can teleport there, I'm teleporting there. And we're gonna let off as we're about to start prepping for the down. Thank you for joining me for this installment of my Final Fantasy XIV story playthrough. I hope it was enjoyable. As for my poor job at voice acting, as always, feel free to give feedback in the comments below or just to say hi. I may not respond, but I do read all my comments. Follow the links to my socials below and drop by Twitch to say hello there too. Tap that sub button to see what I'm up to on YouTube. And as always, thank you for watching. I hope you all take care. See you guys for the next video. Until then, stay safe and ciao. Alright, I forgot. I'm supposed to